Have you ever wondered how single people, people in relationships, or even people that are married, how they go about life, what makes up their daily lives, and what makes each one of those unique? Well, this is the show that will give you a bit more insight on each one of those, and this is the Love Corner.
Right.
Um, Welcome, Hlengiwe and Dereece, to another
Hi.
episode of the Love Corner with me, Atisang. I really do hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that this chat is as fruitful as it is meant to be, and that you guys are as open, relaxed, and as transparent as you guys can be. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to try and be as open as possible. And
Mhm.
thank you for having us, by the way.
All right. Before we get into the deeper stuff, would you guys like to introduce yourselves just so that people know who Hlengiwe is, who Dereece is, and who you guys are as a couple?
All right. So, like you've already said, I'm Hlengiwe. I'm a 23-year-old, and I come from Joburg. I'm like born and raised in Joburg. So, yeah, just like short background about me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hi, my name's Dereece. I'm 24
Mm-hmm.
and I'm originally from Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal. And then I moved up to Johannesburg last year. So yeah, that's me.
All right. And you guys are on the show, or on this channel rather, because you guys are both Christians and you guys are in a relationship.
Yes.
And we are in the month of love. February is known as the month of love. What does the word love mean to you guys?
Okay, so from my side, I always relate love to friendship, right? And just caring for who you have like a close connection with. So whether it be your friends, your family, your love interest. So yeah, that's how I like associate love with,
Okay.
like caring and just friendship. Yeah.
yeah. So I think you kind of stole one of mine that I would say, but I think I also relate love a lot to devotion
Mm.
and selflessness. So like just giving of yourself and kind of being willing to be that selfless, So yeah,
Yeah. All right.
that's
And Valentine's Day has just gone by. And what did you guys do? Do you guys even celebrate Valentine's Day? Let's start there.
I feel like if I didn't do something, it would have been like a long phone call. So yeah, we did celebrate Valentine's Day. We decided to go for like supper, was it? Yeah, supper to like a small restaurant in Johannesburg. So it was just very nice. It was very intimate. It was just yeah, it was good, man. Like we shared a good meal, which is
Yeah,
always good. We just had a good conversation. That was great.
that's great. And what are your views on Christian dating? Is there anything that you would like to change? Is there anything that, yeah, that's anything that gives you a bit of discomfort? Or things that, I mean, you could highlight things that you actually love about Christian dating.
Okay, so I mean, I'm a big fan, I would say, of Christian dating simply because of the whole overview of intentional dating, right? So you kind of have a goal of where you want to be, where you're going, and oftentimes, obviously, that is, getting married, and building a life together.
Yeah.
And I think, man, I think the difficulty is that you're not always guided as to the kind of like difficulties that you'll face. And I'll just be kind of like clear on what I mean with that. Just like in terms of the physical attraction, there's physical attraction, and naturally you might want to kind of like engage further than you should. And that's a difficulty, it's a challenge in itself. So I think there's like a lack of guidance when it comes to that, and we've kind of had to figure that out, figure out boundaries and so forth. Yeah.
All right. And do you think it's okay for a Christian to be in a relationship with a non-Christian? Are you for it? Are you against it?
I don't think it's necessarily like an issue type of thing, right? As long as you both share the same values. But fair enough, in the sense that your values might differ between like a Christian and a non-Christian, right? 100%. But then it depends on like your communication and how you can go about doing that. Fair enough, there'll be things that that you guys might not agree with, type of thing. I don't know. It's a tough question though, to be fair. So
I think I struggle with that because I think it also needs a lot of discernment. Because you might find that there's kind of a reason why you are in that other person's life,
right?
And I mean, you never know. God could have a plan for you guys. True. But ultimately, I think it's important to consider that you need to be equally yoked if you are looking to grow in your relationship with God together and individually. So, yeah.
Okay. And what are the give me just 3 principles that you would deem as vital in order for a relationship to be successful?
Oh man, okay. So for me, the one major one is communication, right? So within like our period of dating and stuff, we went through long distance for a bit, and I don't think it would have worked if we didn't have constant communication the whole time. So I won't lie, like I'm bad when it comes to calling the person, right? And he always gives me a hassle in terms of that. But then just like a message in the morning to say, good morning, how are you? Hope you have a great day. Like changes the person's day big time. Like I can be, you can agree as well. So just constant communication, checking up on the person to see if they're all right and what's happening. And what could the other two be?
I think friendship.
Yes.
Friendship, having fun, not being so serious.
Yeah.
And the third one. I mean, I know those. I hope that the first two like really high up. So I think also just involving, in terms of our relationship, like involving our walks with God, and involving God in fact.
Yeah, he has to be the center of of what we're doing. Because it's a 3-person relationship at the end of the day.
Yes. Right, it should be.
Yeah.
All right. And how long have you guys been dating? Or
so it's gonna
be a relationship?
Okay, so it's gonna be 4 years next month in March. Yeah. Don't tell me how Dereece, like how did you last this long? Because she's cool. She's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah.
All right. And what do you see happening in your relationship this year? What does 2021 look like for your relationship?
Do you want to take that?
Okay, so from my side, right, I think we sort of haven't done like a lot of activities with each other, like go, I don't know, for walks or go and, for example, go to Golden City or whatever the case may be. So it'd be pretty cool to like do that type of activities, adventures, maybe go for a hike or something. So yeah, from my side, it'll be cool to experiment in that regard.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Adventure. I'm ready for that.
Yeah,
both adventurous people. That's cool.
Yes.
That's really cool. And what are the 3 things that you would say are non-negotiables for a relationship? So this is an individual question. So yeah, I don't know who will go first, but what would you deem as like, this I definitely cannot do without in a relationship?
Okay, so I'm hoping not to sound cliche here. And we have already mentioned this one, but
Yeah.
I think values, if our values are not aligned, then it's very difficult for me to kind of like engage more. And I think just being able to have fun with the person. If I can't have fun and laugh, then it's hard. It's difficult. And
Yeah.
I think I also just someone who's like forward looking, who's has a plan for the next year, maybe like a rough plan. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, set in stone, but someone who's really kind of forward looking.
So for me, it would be brilliant answers. For me, it would be a person that's independent in the sense that like she knows what she wants and sort of doesn't like depend on the other person. And then so it would be that communication is a big thing, like I said in the previous question. And then also, I don't want to steal your answer though, but like having fun, man. Like just being with the person, and because you want to be comfortable with them, right? To do whatever. So it'll be to have like that thing that you can do anything with them is just would be pretty cool. Well, it is pretty cool.
Right. We always say first impressions are last. Take us through your your first impression of your partner.
So this is quite ironic because I met him via video call, right?
Okay. Interesting.
It was orchestrated. It was him, between him and his friend, and he kind of offered to help me with like past papers because he was a year ahead of me and we were studying the same thing. And so my first impression of him was that he's kind. I mean, to help out a stranger is quite generous. So yeah.
And then also like while we were on the video call, so it was myself and then my friend, which was her mentor, right? Back in the day. So like she was very shy to be in front of the camera. And then when she did pop in the camera, I was like, oh wow, she's actually very cute. Wow. So yeah, she was very shy and cute. So those are my two impressions of her. Yeah.
That's very nice. And would you agree that there are a lot of misconceptions with regards to Christian dating? And if so, would you like to clear anything up with the people? Because I think one of the main reasons we're doing this is so that people can have sort of like a clear picture. Okay, it might not be as clear as one would love for it to be, but of what Christians are, and how we go about dating until we do get to, finally marriage.
So there's something my friend actually said to me recently. She was like, she gets frustrated with Christians sometimes when they talk about like hearing a voice that led them to a person. And it was really funny. But I kind of thought where she was coming from, because there's this like mystical idea, like we're just drawn to a person and we don't have like confusion sometimes when it comes to finding a partner. And that's not true. We really, you spend time praying about a partner, and it's not like some magical mystical thing. I think it's a process, and kind of, I guess, well, for me, I just had that peace in my heart, and I guess that's what I relate as the voice of God, when it came to choosing someone. But I really that's one of the biggest misconceptions. It's really not like poof magic, it's quite a process. Yeah. I don't know if you have
And I agree.
Okay.
100%. Makes sense.
Okay, describe your partner in one word.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay, because I laughed, I'd say funny.
I'm gonna say vibes. Cause
Vibe.
she's such a bundle of joy, man.
Aw.
Yeah. See, the thing is, you said one word. I said like three. So I'm just gonna summarize it with, I want to say vibes.
Okay.
Vibes. As weird as it is. Okay, wait. I'll try and find another word. Spontaneous.
That's not bad.
That's nice. Good to yeah. And how do you feel about friends knowing about what happens in your relationship?
I think
Friends.
friends, like, how do you feel about them being kind of involved, right?
Or would you say like being involved in the relationship
Yeah.
in a way?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. Like for me, it depends on like what we would like to share with them. That's important. But then obviously the close things and the close things should be kept with us because there's certain things that you wouldn't like to share. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit hard, but I think there are limits in terms of
Yes,
how
that's
much you
right.
should tell your friends.
Yeah.
Because I think your first friend or the person maybe you want to vent to should be your partner.
Yeah.
Right.
So so I think I like to keep it limited.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Is there anything we're about to close off? Is there anything that you would like people to know, or is there any additional information that you would like to share with the people? Anybody?
Relationships are amazing, especially when you're with a human being that motivates you, keeps you going, keeps you, if I can sound like the straight and narrow, as like cliche as it may be, like just keeps you because I know Hlengiwe just motivates me the whole time to be like, even if I'm having a bad day or whatever the case may be. She always says like, you know why you're doing it, there's a reason why you're going through such things. Just keep it up, keep going, just have the bigger picture in mind.
Oh, she's a keeper.
Yeah, she's big time. Big time.
Oh, man. And I mean, you really did like sum it up very well. So I've used this word so many times, but have fun. Have fun in your relationships, you know.
Yeah, it's absolutely important. Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. I don't know. I think we've come to the end of our little chat. Or maybe before we close off, just to is a relationship without Christ, do you see that relationship being successful? I just thought of it now. Honestly, I didn't plan this. I just thought of it now. And I think I'd just like to know, would you say that a relationship without Christ being a part of is
I don't think so, to be honest. Yeah, man, because like he's the glue. You get what I mean? So he's the glue that always like sticks us together. So I don't know where this relationship would be if Christ wasn't a part of it. And I wouldn't want to but like think about it. So yeah.
Agreed.
That's okay. Okay, last question. It seems like I don't want to close off. Yeah.
What do you think?
I absolutely agree with you. I do not think that there are a lot of things that Christ brings into, or having Christ adds onto into our lives, because number one, Hlengiwe did mention peace. That simply and purely comes from God, and I don't see how a relationship would be peaceful, which it should be, without having Christ as part of it. That is just one small thing, but even other things, I think having, well, I guess people could say, even if we don't have Jesus Christ as a part of our relationship, we have certain values and certain, but I just honestly think that number one, love was purely created by him. So now excluding him from the equation does not make sense at all.
Because they say God is love. So,
exactly. And Jesus came into the world and really just demonstrated what love is to us, for us to follow in his steps. So if we're gonna do things our own way and even claim or label it as love, then I think we are headed for destruction. So that is that. And thank you so much. I don't know if there's anything that you would like to add, but I will be, if you guys are comfortable with it, I will be sharing your social media handles for anybody that would like to follow you, anybody that would, that just thought, oh my goodness, this couple is actually very interesting. And thank you so much. I really do hope that you continue enjoying your relationship and that it does grow for the better, and that in the future we will have better chats and even more fruitful conversations. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
this
having
is great.
us. It was
very insightful.
Have a lovely day further, guys. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.